Hello guys, welcome to my 10. So in this video we are going to discuss about the anatomy of the pancreas. So what is pancreas? Pancreas is it's a soft and it's also lobulated organ. Soft and lobulated organ which has both exo and endocrine portions. Exocrine glands and endocrine glands. What is the exocrine gland? It will be the digestive enzymes. And what about the endocrine? Endocrine will be the insulin and glucagon secretion. So it's a soft and lobulated organ which has both the exocrine and endocrine portions. So the pancreatic juice will help in the digestion of lipids, carbohydrates and proteins, whereas the pancreatic hormones will maintain the glucose homeostasis. So what is the location of the pancreas? Location. So the pancreas is located almost horizontally, oblique, approximately opposite to T12 to L3 vertebra. Opposite to the T12 to L3 vertebra. So what is the position? It lies approximately in the epigastric as well as the left hypochondrium. Epigastrium and left hypochondrium. If you want to know more about the different regions of the abdominal cavity, we have our separate anatomy video. Please make sure to watch that. It is located in the left hypochondrium and in the epigastrium. So the pancreas lies more or less horizontally on the posterior abdominal wall in the epigastric and the left hypochondrium regions. It crosses the posterior abdominal wall obliquely from the concavity of the duodenum to the hilum of the spleen. Here we have the spleen and it goes to the concavity of the duodenum to the hilum of the spleen. So the greater part of the gland is retroperitoneal behind the serous floor of the lesser sac. Its left extremity, the tail, it lies in the linorenal ligament. So this is about the location of the pancreas. Now let's look at the shape, size, shape and parts of the pancreas. Coming to the size and shape. So pancreas is a J-shaped organ. It's a J-shaped organ which is set obliquely, and the bowl of the retort represents its head and the stem of the retort represents its neck, body and the tail. Coming to the length is approximately 12 to 15 centimeters in length. And what about the width? It is approximately 3 to 4 centimeters in width. And coming to its thickness, it's approximately 1.5 to 2 centimeters in thick. And what about the weight of the pancreas? It is approximately 80 to 90 grams. So this is about the size and shapes of the pancreas. Coming to its parts. What are the different parts of the pancreas? So for descriptive purposes, the pancreas is subdivided into four parts, which is nothing but as number one, head of the pancreas. Then we have the neck of the pancreas. Third thing, we have the body of the pancreas. And fourth one, we have the tail. Suppose this is the pancreas that you are seeing, and this is the concavity of the duodenum. So this will be the head of the pancreas, this the neck of the pancreas, and this much is the body of the pancreas, and this small part that is there is the tail of the pancreas. So pancreas is divided into head, neck, body and tail. Now we will look at individual parts of the pancreas and also relations of them. So coming to head of the pancreas, so it is enlarged and disc shaped. It's an enlarged portion of the pancreas and it is disc shaped towards the right end of the pancreas. It lies in the concavity of the duodenum. If this is the duodenum, the head will lie at the concavity of the duodenum. So what are the external features of the head of the pancreas? It presents with three borders. We have the superior, we have the inferior and also the right lateral border. We have the superior border, inferior border and the right lateral border of the head. And then it presents with two surfaces. What are the two surfaces? We have the anterior surface and then we have the posterior surface. And then we have one process, and this is called as the uncinate process. So basically the pancreas head, it presents with three borders, superior, inferior and the right lateral border, and then presents with two surfaces. We have the anterior surface which is facing front, and then we have the posterior surface behind it which is facing backwards, and then we have one process which is called as the uncinate process. This is the uncinate process. So what are the relations of the head of the pancreas? So coming to relations of the head of the pancreas, superior border, right? Superior border is related to the first part of the duodenum and superior pancreatico-duodenal artery. It is related to the first part of the duodenum and superior pancreatico-duodenal artery, and the inferior border is related to the third part of the duodenum and the inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery. And what about the right lateral border? It is related to the second part of the duodenum. So the duodenum will lie like this, right? First part of the duodenum, second part of the duodenum, and also third part of the duodenum. And also towards the right lateral border we have the anterior and posterior pancreatico-duodenal arterial arcades. So coming to anterior surface, what do we have in the anterior surface? It is related to the gastroduodenal artery and the transverse colon, root of the transverse mesocolon, and also the jejunum. And what about the posterior surface? Posterior surface is related to the inferior vena cava, the left renal vein, the bile duct, and also the right crus of the diaphragm. So coming to the uncinate process, anteriorly we have the superior mesenteric vessels and posteriorly we have the abdominal aorta. So this is about the head of the pancreas, its parts and its relations. Now let's discuss about the neck of the pancreas. So coming to the neck of the pancreas, after coming from the head, this part, this smaller part we have is the neck. So this is neck is a slightly constricted part of the gland. It is slightly constricted part of the gland which connects the head with the body. It connects the body with the head. So it is approximately up to 2.5 centimeters in length. And what are the external features of the neck of the pancreas? We have two surfaces. One, we have the anterior surface, and then we have the posterior surface behind it, and then it will present two borders, the upper border and the lower border. And what are the relations? It is related to the pylorus of the stomach, and posteriorly it is related to the portal vein. Posteriorly it is related to the commencement of the portal vein. We have another random video on the portal vein and their anastomosis. Please make sure to watch that video. So posteriorly it is related to portal vein, and upper border is related to the first part of the duodenum, and lower border is related to the transverse colon. So this is about the neck of the pancreas. Now we look at the body of the pancreas and also the tail of the pancreas. So coming to body of the pancreas. So what are the features of the body of the pancreas? It's an elongated part of the gland extending from the neck to the tail. We have the neck of the pancreas and also we have the tail. Elongating from the neck to the tail, we have the body of the pancreas. So it passes towards the left of the midline to the slightly upward and backward inclination, and it lies in front of the vertebral column or just below the transpyloric line. We have the pancreas here. So we have the head, neck, and this is the tail. This middle part we have the connecting neck to the tail. We have the body of the pancreas. And what are the external features of the body? It presents with three borders. We have the anterior borders, superior and inferior border. So upper body of the pancreas is approximately like this. We have the anterior border, superior border, and the inferior borders. So it presents with three borders, and then it presents with three surfaces. What are the surfaces? We have the anterior surface, posterior surface, and the inferior surface. So this is the anterior surface, posterior surface, and this one's the inferior surface. And then it will present one more process, and this is called as the tuber omental. So it presents with one process which is known as the tuber omental, three borders and also the three surfaces. So what are the relations of this? Anterior borders provides attachment to the root of the transverse mesocolon. Transverse mesocolon provides attachment, and superior border is related to the celiac artery, and then the inferior border is related to the superior mesenteric vessels. So what about the anterior surface? Anterior surface is related to the lesser sac and the stomach, and then the posterior surface is related to the aorta, the superior mesenteric artery, the left kidney, and the left suprarenal glands. And what about the inferior surface? It is related to the duodenojejunal flexure, the coils of the jejunum, and also the left colic flexure. So this is about the relations of the body of the pancreas. Now coming to tail of the pancreas. So the tail is narrow left extremity. So this is the narrow left extremity of the pancreas, and it lies in the lino-renal ligament. So it is mobile unlike the other retroperitoneal parts of the gland, and it contains the largest number of It contains the largest number of islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. So it consists the largest number of islets of Langerhans compared to the tissue. So this is about the body and tail of the pancreas. So if you like the video, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, and also share it to your other friends and people who want to learn more about the anatomy. Thank you so much.